Welcome back. We are fact-checking a weed killer that some say causes cancer. Thousands of lawsuits have been filed against the company that makes Roundup because of a certain ingredient they use called glyphosate. We know many of you are getting your yards ready with the nice spring weather, so we're looking into the facts and breaking down if this weed killer is safe to use. So I'm joined by Dr. Nita Bajor from Oakview Medical Associates. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Now, I think a lot of controversy is because the International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies glyphosate as probably carcinogenic to humans. However, the EPA disagrees and said that it is likely not carcinogenic to humans. So let's first start with, what is glyphosate? What is this ingredient?
So glyphosate is the most commonly used herbicide in agriculture and in landscaping. Nowadays, it's been used since 1970s, and it works by inhibiting an enzyme that is used in the production of amino acids that support the plant growth. So it essentially kills the plants and weeds, grasses and all. So you know, it also sometimes can affect non-target plants, non-target animals, and also the water sources. So it's concerning. So these agencies have studied the risk and the hazards posed by glyphosate.
And this is why you usually want to wear gloves and protect your eyes and wear long pants, because you can get exposed to it if you have bare skin, correct? Okay. So let's talk about the two agencies. They say they have different opinions on this, saying that one says it does cause cancer, the other says it doesn't. So why is there this difference?
So I think they're looking at it differently. The IARC is looking at it more like, does it pose a risk? What is the hazard with glyphosate? And I think the EPA is looking at it more from a likelihood of risk perspective. So, you know, at the doses that we use and for the reasons that we use it, how much of that is likely to cause cancer is. So I think they're looking at it a little differently. There's epidemiological data, methodologies are different. Also maybe a difference in economic and political factors, and a lot of other you know, factors go into kind of a conflicting debate, so to speak, based on that.
Do you think if you just use it occasionally, then maybe it's okay if you have all the protective gear on?
I think, I mean, overall, if you're using protective equipment, and, you know, I would always try to err on the side of caution. They have studied whether it's linked to hematological cancers like non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, multiple myeloma, liver and kidney cancers. So overall, I think if you can use natural sources, or if you can use more of manual, which is more labor intensive. Yeah. So
well, that's what I want to go to next. So what are some alternatives if people don't want to use Roundup or other herbicides like it?
So vinegar, 20% acetic acid, is a great alternative. It's a really good cleansing agent. Dish soap, believe it or not, diluted dish soap can wash away all the, you know, unnecessary weeds and all of that. It basically will strip away the plant's waxy coating. So these plants essentially will lose the water and hydration. They get dehydrated and die. Also, essential oils like cloves, cinnamon, tea tree oil are pretty effective if you just water it down and spray it, you know, in the
get a little spray bottle, and then, as you said, manual weeding, you know, like if you have the energy and the time, I would say maybe if you can get your kid to do it, you know, give them a little money, or husband. So those are the solutions. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Make our life easier. Yes, thank you.